Hello and welcome back. In the last video I took you through my drawing process, and today I'm going to go more into detail about my choice of colors, followed by the usual painting process with a few additional comments. We just finished the preliminary sketch, and now the question is which colors to choose, and of course which medium to choose. I decided right from the start to use acrylic markers. To do that, I will start getting the sketch back, and then I'll quickly sketch out a few rough outlines to work with. Now I'm looking at the reference to see which colors dominate. There are shades of pink with purple, dark blue and green, as well as the light sources with bright yellow, orange tones and red at the gate and the lanterns, not to mention the shades of grey on the stone steps. I'd like to start by seeing which of my colors might go well together here to capture this atmosphere. I'm thinking these ones here might be the most suitable. As I want to use these markers in the picture as well, I write the numbers down right away. I try to make sure that colors are repeated throughout the picture. That makes it look more balanced and it feels more harmonized to me. Next up is choosing the colors for the shadows. Here I usually use the darker shades of the corresponding color if I have them, or else the darkest shades I have. I had a bit of trouble choosing the color for the grass. I wanted a magical blue-green shade rather than a bright green one. I can also have a quick look here to see where the light from the lantern is shining. I think I prefer these colors. However, during the process, colors are often edited, adjusted, or even left out altogether. It depends on how I like it in general. For me, this tends to happen quite intuitively. So, let's move on to the picture. I use Artix acrylic markers. Artix, how do I spell this? With these, the lighter colors provide little or no opaque coverage. Some of them also have very little ink left, and I have to bear that in mind when painting. So I start with the lighter colors and work my way towards the darker ones, object by object, and also from back to the front. I will start with the sky. I won't be editing anything else to it, since there is already a lot going on in the foreground. Now I move on briefly to the light sources. I give them a light color so that I don't overlook them and can focus more effectively on the light and shadow. Next, the trees in the background. The further back they are, the fewer details and slightly lower saturation. The closer they are to the foreground, the darker they are and the higher the saturation and more details. I'd also like to mention here that I take a different approach to the painting process when creating a YouTube video than when I'm painting privately for myself. It partly has to do with a sort of tension curve, if you can use the term. I tend to jump back and forth quite a lot, and that just doesn't look very good. Nor does it work well when editing into a video at the end. After that, I will work on the grass. The further away from the light sources, the darker it gets. And I also start to hint the shadows cast by the stones and trees. And then the stairs. And here I got the color wrong and wondered why it looked so different than in the sketch. I tried to make up for it with a shade of brown, only to realize afterwards that I originally wanted to use a different color to begin with. Well, and last but not least, the lanterns. As you can see now, there is a lack of depth and contrast, so I'm looking at where I need to work on it. First, the shadows. For this, I either use the darkest colors, or as it is a night scene, black is also an option. This involves refining the surfaces and integrating the individual objects into their surroundings. Now for my favorite part, the highlights. For this, I use the light shades from the lanterns and apply them carefully to the surfaces. I also add occasionally reflections using opaque white. The effect of the glow is created using blended paint. The black grass and a few tricks at the top and bottom edges frame the picture beautifully. As they shouldn't distract from the main subject, they are not given any further texture. Almost done. To add a bit more life to it, I'd like to paint a few more falling petals and some lying on the ground. This is also a good way to balance out the picture a bit more in case one side is too dark or something like that. And there you go, all done. Please let me know if you'd like to see more detailed videos of my creative process from time to time, perhaps even a video showing how I paint a particular object in a landscape or something like that. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching today, and I hope you have a wonderful and creative day.